Hey there guys, and welcome to another tidbit from my dingy corner of the internet. With the amount that everyone says like, oh, this is my side of the internet, this is my corner of the internet, I wonder what shape the internet is. More than a dodecahedron, like I think. So if you don't know, my name's Emily. Welcome if you're new, welcome back if you're not, to those like 8 people. I do a lot of like beauty and commentary content, also a couple little vlogs thrown in here and there, pretty much whatever I want to do at the time. So this video was originally meant to be something else, but the script is taking a lot longer than I expected it to. Pretty much what it is diving into the problems with shipping culture coming from a former hardcore shipper, like hardcore. But that is for another day. Today we are going to be doing a little makeup tutorial slash get ready with me, but it's like 10 p.m. so I'm not actually going anywhere, I'm just bored. Without any further ado, let's get into it. So the look that I'm going for is sort of what's been my like everyday look at the moment. If I have photos of it, I'll chuck it up here, but if I don't have any, pretty much what it is this like green kind of sparkly eye look because it sort of matches my hair. But yeah, I'm gonna show you guys how I do this look, and I'm also just gonna like chat about how life has been recently. Start off, I've already put on like sunscreen and that, again, even though it's like 10 p.m. I go in with the Fit Me Dewy and Smooth foundation in the color 110 Porcelain. Oh right, so let's address the eyebrows because I feel like they're getting shorter and shorter in every video that I make. Pretty much, my eyebrows are naturally very uneven. You can still kind of see it even though I've shaved most of them off, how one like goes very straight whereas the other one has a pretty extreme arch. And whenever I would put on makeup, it would just look worse, so I decided to shave them down to the point where they're even, and I just draw them on myself. Even when I draw them, they are definitely not symmetrical whatsoever, but it's an improvement. So what's been going on in my life lately? Work has still been kicking my ass. Well, a lot's been going on. That means that I haven't been able to work some days because we have had a couple COVID scares. I'm honestly shocked that I haven't gotten it yet because one of them was literally my boyfriend's sister and my boyfriend's dad both tested positive, and I had spent like the entire day the day before with them, like sitting next to them, so I'm still shocked that I didn't get it. Not even my boyfriend got it. I don't know how he got out of that, but like, oh yeah, I forgot to say this is the e.l.f. 16-hour Camo Concealer. Fair Warm. So annoying because I always get like the lightest shade that they have at any place. And at any place, I mean Kmart. The foundation is like way too dark for me. It was the lightest shade that they had. There's nothing that I can do about it because I can't afford expensive makeup. Like, and something you guys are gonna realize very quick in this tutorial is that I am very cheap and like low-key gross when it comes to my makeup. Eyeshadow for everything. Right, back to work. So work has been kicking my ass lately, and like, don't get me wrong, I love my job, but some of the people that I work with, it's not even that like they suck, it's just that like it's like 3 different people telling you what you need to do, but they're all telling you different things. No matter what, you're gonna piss someone off. That it's just like, it's a little bit just draining. And especially my hours are ridiculous because I'll work from like 11 a.m. to about 9:30. And sure, we get like a little like unpaid break in there because the restaurant will be closed, but it's not enough time for me to like go home or anything. I just kind of have to like hope that my boyfriend's free or just like walk around the shopping center doing jack shit. So I go in with the BYS Translucent Loose Powder in Natural. I'm quite heavy-handed with this just because especially like it's summer at the moment and I'm a very oily person. I just look like I slipped and fell into a grease fryer. Besides work though, I'm about to go into my last year of school, which I'm a little bit scared to do, but I'm a little bit excited about because one, it's like after this year, that one thing that I've had for the last 13 years that I know I need to do every day is just like gone. Also, besides that, I've switched to a different form of schooling. It's a lot more to do with like work experience and stuff like that rather than schooling and going to school to get into a university. It's going to school to get into a job. I'm about to do my contour. I am using a Morphe palette. It's quite dirty. I've had it for like a year now. I got it for my 17th birthday from my sister. Good present, because I would never buy Morphe on my own accord. You guys have to do that right now. All these brushes are also from Morphe, but again, my sister got them for me for my birthday, and I will admit they are pretty good brushes. Also, my parents are currently training my dog to not bark at the noise of other dogs barking. So if you guys hear a very loud bark, I'm sorry. I will try to cut all of them out. So pretty much with school, I'm going to a training course on the side to be a salon assistant, because I figured if I keep cutting my hair and dyeing it at 3 in the morning, I might as well get good at it so I'm not stuck with something like this again. I've been cutting my own hair for a while. I haven't been dyeing it for, well, I guess I have. I've been dyeing my hair black since I was like 12 or 13. Bleaching is very different to just like chucking a shitty box dye in your hair. I'm using the same eyeshadow that I was before, by the way. I'm going to go back into the same palette and take this like kind of orangey red color for my blush. So that's pretty much all the like face stuff done. I do put on freckles after, but I don't know, I'm not too sure if I'll do that today. Next, I am going to do my eyebrows, and I go into my Makeup Revolution London. Fortune favors the brave. My sister gave this to me. The same sister, actually. And there's a very dark black color in here that I use for my eyebrows. Oh my god, stop encouraging this! Really 11 at night, and they think that now is a good time to get my dog to bark as loud as he can, because you know, we don't have neighbors or anything. Sure, we're all awake at this time, but it's a Monday night. Everyone can afford to be awake this late, man. Let's see if I can get the other one even though, because that's the real test. Not at all even. Okay. I'll just show off a little trick that I learned. So I have this like smaller brush, and I just like use it as an eraser, I guess. And I can just like, it's just a good way to get it off, but be a bit more like precise about it. I keep getting distracted and like forgetting what I was talking about. I was talking about school. So because it's a different curriculum, I'm not too sure like what to expect. I didn't even know what day I was starting until like 2 days ago. I didn't know what classes I had until like 2 days ago, because they just forgot to upload anything onto like the school portal that we use. For everyone else it's uploaded, but for some reason for me it just wasn't. They just forgot. I don't think it's uploaded still. I haven't checked in a couple days, but last I did it still wasn't there. So that's really annoying considering we go back next week. I had no idea what I was doing. Like, I didn't know how many books to buy. I didn't know like what books to buy. I just like bought all the ones that I definitely knew that I needed. But then literally the day after I got like the numeracy book, I got an email from my teacher being like, hey guys, if you haven't bought it already, please don't buy the numeracy book because we're going to be using a different one this year. Why didn't you put that on the school book list? I had fair warning that we were going to be given a book list. Why didn't you warn the teachers before then? But apparently I was the only one in the class who had bought the book. So I don't know if she just does this every year. I was the only one in class who had bought the book, so now I have to return it and wait until school starts to figure out what book I need. So that's... We start with the eyeshadow now. I go in with this kind of brush. Again, with my Makeup Revolution. I've been trying not to open it because it's falling apart, but Makeup Revolution palette in this shade right here for base color. I create like a kind of wing with it. You'll see what I mean. And I love about this eyeshadow palette is that it has barely any fallout. I don't think I ever noticed any, which is good considering how much I pack it on. Like, I really do pack that shit in. Right, next what I do is I go in with eyeliner. This doesn't have any branding on it. It's literally just from like Woolworths, like your local supermarket. I actually have 3 of them because all of them have half run out and I haven't bothered to like buy another one. So I just use one until it stops working for a moment and then I go in with like another one to try to fill it out. I can tolerate it. Honestly, the lashes do cover up most of it anyway. Alright, on to the glitter part, my favorite shadow palette. I think I actually got it from Hot Topic, like I got it online. I'm gonna take this sparkly green shade here, put it kind of, there's like a little divot in between the wing of the green eyeshadow and like my eyelid, so I just kind of chuck it in there. Alright, that looks good. And I chuck that on my lower lash line just to bring that green in somewhere else. Alright, now for lashes. I just use little shitty ones that I got from like Chemist Warehouse. Alright, I want to tell you guys something like really sweet that my boyfriend did recently because I thought it was so cute. So I kept telling him how like I really wanted to get Animal Crossing, but I didn't already have a Switch and like I didn't really want to play any other games on the Switch. I'm not a big gamer. Like I play The Sims and that's really about it. So I couldn't really justify spending that amount of money to get a whole new console and like the actual game, like just for one game. Like that would be spending like $400 just one game, you know. And he was like, oh, I have a Switch. And I was like, oh yeah, look, if you let me play it on that, like, you know, maybe I'll consider getting it, but it's still like 50 bucks for the game. So I go to his house one day and he not only goes ahead and has bought the game for me, like without me asking, without me even hinting at it, like he just bought the fucking game for me, which was so sweet of him. And then he's been letting me like borrow his Switch lately because he doesn't use it, he barely uses it. So I keep joking that I've gotten custody of it. I've been having a lot of fun with it. I do like a lot of those like kind of, I guess, sandboxy games. Like I said, I absolutely love The Sims. I have 12,000 hours in The Sims 4 and like another, I think like 3,000 or 4,000 hours in The Sims 3. I do like The Sims 3 more than The Sims 4. The only reason that I play it less is just because I don't think there's a computer that exists in the world that it runs smoothly on. The Sims 4, like, I think since the day it came out, like if not definitely the like same week that it came out. I got it right in 2014. I was like 10 years old. It's freaky that that game's been out since I was 10 years old because I'm about to turn 18. I don't think a single Sims game has run for that long. Sims 2 came out like the year I was born. And 7 of those years have just been taken up by The Sims 4. Well, they're releasing those kits and I just, ugh. Guys, don't buy the kits. Don't. I know that new menswear kit looks so cute, but I promise you I just got 2 CC kits. 2 CC like stuff packs that look exactly the same. Like you don't need it. Still don't know how I feel about this mascara. I don't like it too much, honestly. Just because it gets like very, very clumpy, but I don't really care enough to like go out and buy a new one because I already spent money on this one, you know. Let's talk about that. Let's talk about The Sims because I'm very passionate about the franchise. They fucked up The Sims 4 royally. I don't even think that's a controversial standpoint I have. They just fucked up that game. So much potential. So much. For my freckles, I'm going to go back in with the Morphe palette with the same shade that I used for my contour actually, but we don't pay attention to it. We ignore it and I just kind of like dot it around. They just got rid of all the lore that they had spent the last like what 15 years building, and they were just like, nah. There's like implied lore, but it's not written anywhere in the game, and to find it out you kind of have to already know the lore of the previous games, and it's just annoying. By the way, people are always shocked when I tell them that The Sims 4 has lore. Like, it is a life simulation game, Why would they just chuck a bunch of random people in there with like no backstories, no nothing? I do not actually know what lip liner this is because it is so tiny, but it's pretty good and I know that I got it from Chemist Warehouse. And I go with a Maybelline New York, this thing in the shade 65 Seductress. Because yeah, I could talk for hours about like The Sims 2 lore, and I wanted that so bad with The Sims 4 because that's the game of, I guess, my childhood slash teenagehood has been The Sims 4, but there's just like nothing. And here's the thing, sure, they did create a sim amazingly. It is the best it has ever been built by. It is so good. I can build such good houses in The Sims 4. I never learned how to build houses in The Sims 3 or 2. But the actual gameplay, and I've never had this with any of the previous sim games. I know it's like a big joke, but like, I have never like spent 3 hours in cast and then another like 6 hours building their house, like a whole day, just to like play for 2 seconds and then get really bored of it. A family that I've been consistently playing with at the moment, and the only thing like keeping me playing it is that I have it on short lifespan and I get to change the like kids' bedrooms all the time. I just really like building in The Sims. But yes, that is my makeup done for the night. Really important that I got ready to do absolutely nothing. But yeah, I know that this is like low effort content, but I hope you guys still enjoyed me rambling. I just needed a video to sort of fill in the gap between my last video and the next video that I'm gonna put out. I want to get it out before I go back to school because I know as soon as I go back to school, I'm gonna like not have any time. Actually, my school schedule this year is it's like 2 days a week, so I'm very happy about that one because school it's not my forte. I hope you guys all have a lovely day slash night, and I will see you next time.